Hi, everyone. My name is Nakia White, and I'm a stress manager strategist, and welcome to another Mental Health Minute. In today's video, I wanted to follow up on the concept of not running away from bad feelings or really any feelings at all that I covered in the last video. In the last video, I kind of discussed how bad feelings actually can be indicators of what our needs are that are going unmet, which is why we shouldn't run away from them. Because, of course, the more we run away from them, the more we actually run away from the opportunity to identify exactly what's bothering us so that we can lean in and address whatever is troubling us. So I just kind of want to follow up on this concept of really valuing feelings and placing them as a priority and really trying to learn of what they can teach us about ourselves. Interestingly enough, just because we are ourselves doesn't automatically mean we know everything going on with ourselves. So, for instance, if I look at ourselves from a physical or biological standpoint, I don't know what my blood sugar level is right now. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm assuming that my oxygen levels are 100% because I feel just fine. Notice I said I feel fine. But in other words, I don't know some information about my body that I could only get through a lab. It's me, it's my body, but my conscious brain does not know how to actually know exactly what my blood platelets levels are. I just don't know. Ironically though, there's other parts of me that knows that, and if for some reason something about those numbers start to go off, my body will just do something interestingly enough to give me an indicator in the form of a feeling that then my conscious brain can pick up that something is off. So, for instance, I may not know what my blood sugar level is right now, but if it gets extremely low, some other part of me is going to pick it up and communicate to some part of my brain, and my conscious brain will pick up, oh, I think I'm hungry. I feel, notice the word feel, I feel hungry. My stomach may growl. In other words, other parts of my body will start to generate some type of feeling that my conscious brain will recognize. And I'll say, you know what, I'm hungry. Let me go grab me some food. And ironically, I'll eat food that will probably eventually bring my blood sugar levels up to where they should be. If that's true for our physical bodies, I truly believe that that can be true for our psychological selves as well. There are areas of the brain that are in our conscious awareness, and there's areas of the brain that are not. Those areas of the brain that are, some of them that's in our unconscious awareness, actually are in the area what we call the seat of emotions, our limbic system. And ironically, that area communicates directly with our bodies. And so I could be holding feelings in that part of my brain that I am not consciously aware of. Ironically, though, that part of the brain always directly communicates with the body and that part of the brain have a direct communication that my conscious brain is not always aware of. So I may not, have you ever said to yourself, man, I feel sad and anxious, but I don't know why? That statement is a perfect example of how one part of my brain is picking something up and is starting to generate a feeling of sadness or anxiety for your conscious awareness to be aware of, but you don't know what it is. It's generating that feeling so you would start to pay attention and see what's going on as to why I'm feeling that way, because more than likely there's a need that's not being met and it needs you to go out and meet the need. The same way that the part that's picking up that my blood sugar levels are low, it's going to generate a feeling of hunger so that I can go out and get food to address the need that needs to be met physically. This is why feelings are so important. And I know a lot of us can come from families and cultures that often don't always prioritize feelings, particularly vulnerable feelings that somehow have been categorized as weak. And so we have learned inherently within ourselves to also ignore those feelings. Yeah, if we're angry or we're feeling good or we're feeling confident, we have no problem allowing ourselves to be in tune with those feelings. But if we're feeling vulnerable and sad and scared, depending on what feelings have been considered permissible or not, we might have a tendency to kind of detach ourselves from those feelings. But just because we're detaching it from our conscious awareness does not mean the feeling is going away. It's still there. And it's going to keep generating unpleasant feelings, ideally, usually in the form of anxiety in some way, shape, or form, in an attempt to still get your attention to address what's going on so you can handle it and so you can feel better. So, in this Mental Health Minute video, it's a reminder to not ignore your feelings, but instead see your feelings as a valuable data source in which you can get more information about you and what you need. Once you get the information about what you need, you then prioritize getting that need met so you can be the healthiest version of yourself. So then those whom you serve will have a healthy version of you. Hope this was clear. Please, if you like this video, put comments, like it, put comments in it. Tell me what your thoughts are. I would love to hear from you. If you want to learn a little bit more about me, please check out my website, connectwithnakia.com. On there, you'll be able to read a little bit more about what I do and a little bit more of my philosophy. And if you want to contact me for any reason, please feel free to call the number there that you see. I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful, and productive week. Thank you.